Hey, hi, how are y'all? Hey, hi, how are you? It's Stephanie Stallworth. AtlTrafficLady. You're watching HowWeFlow.Today-TV on a good old weekday from up north. I'm on location this week. Out of Atlanta, up north this week to get out of the city there for a while. Change of scenery will do a girl good, you dig? So that's where we are. But yet we can still chat from wherever I am. Thank goodness for all current technology in life. So have studio, will travel. And so here I am. How you doing? I mean, hey, love, hugs, pats, and all of that. Hard eyes, everything. All of that. Miss ya. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're hanging in there with the community and keep leveling up. I'll tell you. Oh, the name of the video is No One in the World. Nina Baker made a very good song about that. We'll share those lyrics in a moment. No one in the world, please don't. These are not the lyrics, is what I want to tell you today. Please don't allow them to keep you on a cycle of old behaviors or habits that have not served you well, or even those that will keep you from leveling up in life. It's time to get out of that contaminated kiddie pool I keep talking about. You know there's no chlorine in that pool. Everything's a mess over there. You need to come level up into the big pool, okay? In the deep end. You know what it is. And I'm going to tell you, and you know this, God will not be mocked. God will not be mocked, and his will cannot be stopped. It don't matter what the people do. Doesn't matter anyway. In the jealous games people play, it doesn't matter. God's will cannot and will not be stopped. So they could try all they want to with the illusions and the trickery and the this and the that and all the things. Yeah, so destiny swappers, forget about it. Fake friends, forget about it. Shapeshifters, forget about it. Evil entities, forget about it. Liars, cheaters, spellers, witchcraft doers, all of that. It ain't gonna work. It won't work. Can't do nothing with it. Try as they might. The weapons will form, but they will not prosper. So I don't know why they're beating their head against a brick wall. You can't win. Especially over this protected connection. Divinely protected connection. Spiritually protected against all of that. You ain't figured that out yet. Everything backfired. You can't win. Simple as that. So, with all of that in mind, speaking to my community, I'm speaking to someone specific, especially. Why? I got a question. Why are you hiding your feelings? Why are you suppressing your feelings? Why are you holding back your feelings? I know. I'll say this part. I know, this for a specific person, I know how you look when you gaze into the eyes of the one you truly love. I know how you look when you do that. And that's not what I see over there. It's just not. I don't see that at all. I mean, you got to face it. My mom always said, Steph, you just have to look right at it and see it for what it is. You can't deal with it if you don't look at it and face it. Just face the facts, right? That's not what I see over there. I know how you look when you gaze into the eyes of the one you truly love. I know how you look. And that is not what I see over there. And what's going on is just not. And just face it, right? Look right at that thing. See it for what it is. That is an illusion. Craftily curated by a master manipulator, a selfish shapeshifter whose mask is falling off constantly now. Can't you see it? Free yourself from the fugazi. That fake one cannot compare to the real thing. And definitely can't compare to the real thing that God gave you. He hand delivered you the embodiment of the love and that you've always dreamed of, really. The love you dreamed of all of your life is what he hand delivered to you. Just put it right in front of you one day. Right on your fresh start, put that right in front of you on the path. It's a true wish fulfillment, right? So, you got to know there's no one else like the one God sent. So free yourself from the foolishness, the foolali. It's fake. It's an illusion. Why? Because I know how you look when you gaze into the eyes of the one you truly love. I know how you look. And that's not what I'm seeing over there. It's just not. It's just not. That fake person, shapeshifter, they're going to flip out. They're going to be mad. Then everyone sees the treatment that they have been giving you all along. It's going to be publicly seen, if it's not already been. You are walking on eggshells. But walking on eggshells, that is a big no-no, okay? Do not be up there tippy-toeing around the things you have to say, just so that they don't go off on you. They're going to be looking for advice on what to do to handle their mess that they're in right now, because they're being found out, right? Please keep moving away from this individual, because they're going to be sweet talking you and everyone in your circle and your family to stay attached. The pick-me energy is falling apart. I'm telling you. Could even be dealing with your friends, like I said before. Possibly family member, who knows, all behind your back, or maybe even right in your face and laughing about it, You need to let them know the real deal. Don't cover for their old toxic behavior towards you. Don't cover for the tricks they play to manipulate you and your divine counterpart. Let everyone know that you know everything. And remember this. This is so important. Because, you might want to feel a level of embarrassment about what is happening. Or that you were fooled, or that you were tricked or manipulated. But it's no embarrassment to you, or on you even, that this false person deceived you, right? And messed around on you behind your back with people in your circle. It's no embarrassment that this false person deceived you and fooled around with people even right near you, in your vicinity. They're the ones that should be embarrassed, not you. So, I'm encouraging you to free yourself. Free yourself. They've sullied the name of your divine counterpart again and again to others. And guess what? They're not sorry about it. They go say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Forgive me." Blah, 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 blah. They meant that thing. They meant that thing. And I ask you to consider doing this exact thing, to please fly higher and peep out the aerial view of this whole situation. Get the lay of the land. Look from way up high where you can see all the parks. You used to go to the amusement park in the old days. They give you a park map. You can know. We were talking about this on Sunday with my family. Talking about when we used to go to the amusement park. And we would get the map, have like a paper map that you get when you get to the park, and you stand around before you scatter to your different ways. First, we're going to go to this, then we're going to go to this, and you make sure you're not crossing across the park back and forth, wearing yourself out, not getting the lay of the land, making unnecessary steps to each place when you could just go from here to here, instead of from here to way over there to way over there, map that thing out. But you got to have the aerial view, and that's what the map will give you, right? So when you fly higher than this limiting belief system and these lower level energies, and peep out that aerial view of the whole situation, getting the full lay of the land and all this foolishness, all the moving parts that are going on, right? All the greedy and they paid people to come against you and your true person, just being selfish, greedy, to own you and to block you from your destiny. You got to go higher so you can see it. Because when you're in it, you cannot see it. Number one, when you're in it, you can't see it, even if there's no trickery or spelling or magic. If you're in it and you can't see it, and then you add on manipulation, trickery, spelling, magic, witchcraft, confusion, all of the 3-card Molly, you really can't see it. You're really not going to be able to see it. So no walking on eggshells. We're not doing that. That's a big no-no for you. Don't tippy-toe around the things you have to say just so they don't go off. Who cares? I lived that for way too long. Walking on eggshells. I don't know what's going to set them. First they're fine, and then next thing you know, I say one little thing that don't seem to be like nothing, and they go off on me, right? I know you're living that. I can see it on them. I know exactly what they do. So, I want you to think about this. Come on, aerial view. Remember that song by Jason Upton, Fly? Aerial view. You got to go up higher. Going up to new atmospheres. Got to have new ears. Do you see what I see? Do you know what I know? Do you want what I want? All the joy of the Lord is yours, right? All of that. And all of their joy, all the joy of the Lord is yours. All of their joy, that's found in laughing at your divine counterpart, while your divine counterpart's revealing what was really going on to you and talk about how they really feel about you and or the situation. They're laughing their heads off. Hey. But that's going to all turn around. Now that the smoke and mirrors have cleared and the spells have backfired, you can see what it really is. I'm going to need you to look at what it really is. Everyone's going to be throwing each other under the bus, trying to be absolved of any guilt or consequences and repercussions. What's that movie? Consequences and Repercussions. Trying to be absolved of consequences and repercussions of all their dark activities. I'm talking about in the circle. And definitely of the fake one and all the people they recruited, even some of your friends, even people at your place of business, right? They're going to be trying to be absolved. They're going to, well, they did so-and-so. Well, they did so-and-so. Well, they did so-and-so. And that was worse. You're going to be mad with all of them, but they're going to try to get out of it. Oh, please, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Trying to look so innocent, puppy eyes, or lamb chop eyes. That's lamb chop, the sock puppet. Lamb chop, cute little lamb chop couldn't be possibly guilty of such a terrible thing. To me, of all people, you're thinking? Yes, absolutely to you. You dig? So it's like a scramble out there. Crabs in the barrel. That's what they're going to be like once you start talking about it to them. Like, okay, this is what's really going on. What is really going on? This is what I understand. We go, no, not me. No, them. Well, they said so-and-so. Well, they made me do so-and-so. Well, they paid me to do so-and-so. Okay. It's going to be a crabs in the barrel scramble. Pulling the others down to break free of the whole, who has the most blame. Yet they're all to blame for deceiving you and keeping information from you and keeping you apart from your divine counterpart, keeping your connection blocked and all of that, right? They're all to blame. Whether it's a little blame or a lot of blame, it's all blame. You trusted them because they were the ones you trusted. You had no reason to believe otherwise, be either because you didn't know, or if you thought it, you couldn't believe it could be possible because they were your people. But you trusted them versus your own intuition. And you didn't trust God, your God-sent counterpart either. Your God-sent counterpart was trying to help you with it also. But I know it's hard to see because it's not just you in the middle of it can't see it. Like I said, it's you in the middle of it can't see it, plus the spelling, the manipulation, the deceit, the the witchcraft, the confusion, the all kinds of stuff that they put on it, right? And that's what happens. You don't even trust your own intuition because they're telling you your own intuition is wrong. You're telling your God-sent counterpart is lying to you. Yet they're the ones lying to you the whole time. Right? And thereby you're destroying your own divine destiny by believing these people. and believe in some of the things that are going on. The things that they say are going on. You know? They will try to win at any cost, regardless of what they cause harm-wise to others. So please pay attention to that. This is the kind of people you're dealing with. They ain't going to act like that in your face. Or you might know them to be that, but you think they're not that with you. They don't care who they damage just to get what it is they want. You know? They don't care what harm they cause to others. I mean, you could have joined in maybe at mistreating your own person, lying to them, gaslighting your person, even being manipulative or speaking poorly about your person or not standing up for your person when it really mattered. But you have a chance to change all of that, right? Hopefully you've already done so. But the things that they project onto your person are really deficiencies within their own selves. They say your person is this or that awful thing. That's really what they are. They say your person did this or that other thing to get ahead. That's really what they did. We talked about climbing, using your body to climb, using things to climb. That's what they've done. Yet they're going to say you did it. Come on, the proof is in the pudding. They've done it. We've seen it. It's been documented. It's a public fact now. We learned that back in January for sure. When they try to blow up your spot by running out on you, leaving you holding the cone. Didn't even warn you, did they? Nope. Because they don't care who they harm while they're getting what they want. So, anything any of them projected onto me, to tell you about me is really things that are deficiencies within their own selves. And they were so convincing in telling you it because they know exactly what it's like because that's who they are. They do this and they do that. That's because they do this and they do that. I can only say this or that because I don't even know what it is because I'm not that kind of person. Peep the patterns, my darling. Peep the patterns. Not just their patterns with you, but their patterns with those they've manipulated and blown up the spots on before they even targeted you. Again, it's now known facts. We learned about it in January, if not before. Not in this state, but another state. Go back. You'll see. Peep the patterns. You'll see clearly their MO. I'm going to need you to recognize that they do not care who they victimize to get what they want. And they do not care what innocent parties are collateral damage. As long as they don't care who's collateral damage, as long as they don't have to, as they stated, don't have to borrow eggs or sugar ever again. I don't care what I got to do. Whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to not have to borrow eggs or sugar again. You heard it. And they will do whatever it takes. Not like I'm going to work hard and make my life fulfilling and powerful with success that I built on my own. No, they're not going to do that part of whatever it takes. They're going to do whatever it takes in a negative way. They rather manipulate and use others to find, finance, and gain and get money from people, sponsors, etc. And I don't mean good sponsors, but sponsors, than to do the hard work themselves. They would rather use their feminine wiles or masculine wiles if they're men and their bodies to climb into positions and get up the career ladder. And we've seen it happen. How they get all them doggone titles and positions in that place of business you have. I don't even understand it. I'd rather have seen so-and-so in that position who's much more experienced than this individual, right? Hey, I'm not the only one who thinks this, by the way. They just ain't saying nothing because you put the person in place. So they feel like they can't say nothing to you, but I don't work there. But this is what people think. Right? So they're going to use their feminine wiles, use their bodies to climb into these positions, literally and figuratively, to get up the career ladder. get more power. And once in these positions, they will abuse their power, which they do, and cause problems for others, which they do. But always acting like the sweet victim and never admitting that they're on a path, mean girl path, we'll call it, to fake greatness. Acting so sweet and innocent, like, I'm not capable of such dastardly deeds. They're very crafty, very cunning, very dark, always trouble, backstabbing, clinging on to you like a leech to suck anything off of you dry, literally or figuratively, to suck you dry. A true Lucy to her Charlie Brown. They simply cannot be trusted. They can't. Time confirms it. Clock's confirming. They can't be trusted. Shape-shifting into a bad copy of your divine counterpart, but becoming quickly bored of playing that role, as it is not their true nature. So that's why their true nature is not goodness. So that's why that mask keeps slipping off. Right? They're nothing but a copy. They're a fake. And they cannot play the role because that's not their nature. And the energy does not match. Energy doesn't lie. You know, I know they show you that ugly side at home. I know they do. Plus, they're like hot and cold. You never know what you're going to get out of them. Like they have you, it's like you're constantly walking on eggshells. You ever know what that is? Walking on eggshells. You're afraid to leave it and leave that situation, afraid to face their wrath if you say I'm leaving. But you're going to have to do it anyway. You're afraid to express your true feelings to them about certain subjects. Really kind of any subject, because they will flip out on you and become abusive in their language or in their actions. You know this. I can see it all over them anyway. Refer back to that power and control wheel that I shared with you guys in an earlier video. It shows the many forms of domestic violence, domestic abuse. Many forms of domestic abuse. Google power and control wheel. And it's about domestic abuse and the many forms that it takes. From intimidation to using things against you to, financial abuse, all kinds of ways. All kinds of ways. Again, Google power and control wheel. And you'll see it. So many of those things on there I didn't realize were considered domestic abuse. But I was dealing with most of them on there. I'm like, wow. I thought it was just battery, but no, there's so much more to it, right? And some of the wheel versions are geared to women being abused, but there are women abusers and men are being abused, right? So if it says something about her, flip it to him. Something about him, flip it to her. Okay, because it happens. It happens. So you're constantly walking on these eggshells, like I gotta walk really gingerly. I don't want to crack the eggshell. Oh no, there they go. Why'd they get mad at that? Everything's so sweet and kind. All of a sudden, flip. Or withholding. There's so much. This is so much. I know that. I know this is what it is at the house. I live that walking on eggshells life, and I know what it looks like. Right. So refer back to the power and control wheel I showed you and shared with you in an earlier video. I don't have it up right now, but just Google power and control wheel and the many forms of domestic abuse. Plus them being unfaithful, they're laughing at you because you don't know. Plus being super jealous of any other persons around you or anyone you give any type of positive attention to. They're like, hey, who's that? And they want to block everything. They blocked opportunities at your place of business for your person. Yep, sure have. There was a whole big fat green light and then boom, full block once they showed up. Full block. Because you like what your person did. You said, wow, you did a really good job with the so-and-so. And your person said, thanks, I'm always happy to help. Then next thing you know, The person goes to see about when the next time they're going to do it after they did it a couple times. And the one person that they normally talk to talk about that, they're like, oh, yeah. And then they stop dead in their sentence, dead in their tracks. Like they remembered, oh, shoot, I'm not supposed to talk to them about this. Oh, shoot, I'm not supposed to offer them that. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm not sure. First they're like, oh, yeah. So and they're like, oh, wait, I forgot. And then they said, no, we don't have anything. You're a fake person. Yeah. Blocking appointments and opportunities at your place of business for your divine counterpart. Green light and then boop, full block. And making other people do it. Again, abusing their power. Abuse of power. They have nothing to do with that. Anyway, I will never sit under that. And I am not the only one who feels that way. They can't lead anyone out of a paper bag, let alone do a closer walk with the Lord. Come on now. It is only and always about what they can get and not what they can give. They fake, phony, evil, dark, don't know any other way to be. They lost, they're unhealed, and they can't even lead themselves in the fear and admonition of the Lord. And again, I'll say, they and their recruited partners or partner, cronies, etc., who say they are God's servants, will have no explanation whatsoever as to why, as God's servants, they want to block God's divine will and destiny for your life. Ask them, why are you trying to block God's will for my life if you serve the same God I do? Because anybody I know that really serves God wants God's will for anybody, whether it involves them or not. Ask these people that question. Again, they and their recruited partner / crony or cronies, one who I don't see around there anymore. I don't know where they are. And one who's in the full spotlight for goodness knows why, what reason you allowed them to be propped up there like that. And you keep propping them up there like that. What is going on? They know everything about your divine connection because, since they intercepted the messages, they know everything about it. They know everything about it before you knew about it on anything I was sending your way, right? So they know all about it, right? And knowing all about it, they know how to block it. They know what to block. They know what the gist is. They know how God told me about it. You know how God told you about it, but they know how God told me about it. I don't know if you know. But, they're all up in your phone and your devices, So who knows if you get any information from your person, right? As soon as they find out who it is, the number gets blocked. No matter what number it is that your person contacts you from, it gets blocked immediately. As soon as they find out who it is. Up, block. You might be blocking too, who knows? But again, these people who are supposedly leaders for the Lord, true servants of God, how will they not want God's true will for your life? I do not understand that. That tells me they ain't really serving God. They're serving themselves or serving the enemy, right? Because anyone who is a true servant of God will want his will for your life to be done, even if it doesn't include them. If God's true will for your life doesn't include me, I want you still to have God's true will for your life. And that's the difference in who your person is and who your fake is, okay? So I really, really pray that you're going to stop fooling yourself and snap out of it if you haven't already. It's all been an elaborate scheme, an illusion, smoke and mirrors, dark magic. spell work, witchcraft, and more. I know. Oh, this is what I know. Okay, this is for my person. I know what you look like when you're gazing into the eyes of the one you're truly in love with. I know what you look like when you're gazing into the eyes of the one you're truly in love with. I know what you look like. And guess what? I don't see that where you are now. I don't. I just don't see it. Seems like a curated set of lines and a fabricated reality that when you wake up and the spell work wears off again, you'll be horrified at the choice you made. Because guess what? The spell work always wears off. And then they quickly spin a new spell just as you're coming to your senses. So, you'll begin to remember yourself and what you really want. And then all of a sudden you're knocked over the head with a new spell. And you're under their puppetry, their manipulation, their dark magic once again. So please, I implore you, free yourself, or you're going to regret choosing to stay in their web. You're going to regret choosing to be owned by them for the rest of your life. At which point, you'll be a lost case and God will assign your divine counterpart to another person that will actually follow divine instruction and do God's perfect will. So I'm asking you, I don't want to see that happen. So don't shoot yourself in the foot again. Fly higher, check the aerial view, see it for what it really is, and crush the head of the serpent. They are coiled around your body. It's your last chance to free yourself. Last chance. So please, again, don't allow them to keep you on a cycle of old behaviors or habits that have not served you well, or those that will even keep you from leveling up in life. It's time to get out of that contaminated kiddie pool. God will not be mocked. His will cannot be stopped unless you stop it. You're the only one that could stop his will if you don't do what he instructed you to do. So you can run from that mess. Please don't run from this connection anymore. Run from that, but please don't run from this. If you keep running, God's going to replace you in this destiny he created for you. It's created for you, but you ain't going to do it. You're going to find somebody else. I promise you that it is a divine destiny that is too good to knowingly miss. I wouldn't do it if I were you. I wouldn't miss it. But I'm not you. And it is a choice that only you can make. So I'm asking you to seek God for his divine guidance in this connection. And I'm waiting for you. Let's go do this amazing thing together. I mean, only God could have coordinated this perfectly. And ask God. Say, God, break the spirit of manipulation, deception, and illusion around you so you can be clear of mind when making your destiny decision. Just remember, your past cannot stop your beautiful God-ordained future unless you let it. Your past, anything in the past, cannot stop your beautiful God-ordained future unless you allow it to do so. So stop running from your feelings. Stop hiding your feelings. Oh, I don't want to let my feelings out. What if they're not reciprocated? Well, if God set it up, it's going to be reciprocated. Oh, I don't want to bring my mess into their life and destroy their happiness. What happiness? There's no happiness without their divine destiny in place. Someone's dragging their feet and scuffing their shoes. Who's happy? Nobody. Right? You're destroying no happiness by staying away. You're just adding to the angst and the disappointment and the sadness by not running in to do what you're supposed to do. Again, I know how you look when you gaze into the eyes of the one you truly love. I know how you look. And that is not what I see over there. It's just not. Like my mom said again, you got to face it. You got to look right at it. See it for what it is. I know you don't want to look at it. I know you don't want to believe that you were fooled and you were tricked. But again, there's no embarrassment for you for being tricked and fooled. It's only embarrassment if you knowingly choose something that's not good for you and clearly not good for you. It's clearly not good for you if you're not under the illusion or the spell. But when you're under the illusion and spells, you can't tell. You just like a zombie going just marching forward. You're like, a moth to a flame because you can't control it. I'm under the spell, right? And you got to free yourself from the fugazi, that fake thing can't compare to the real thing God gave you. He hand delivered it to you, the exact embodiment of love you dreamed of all your life, a true wish fulfillment. There's no one else like the one God sent, right? Right? Fake person, shapeshifter. Yep, they're going to flip out. They're going to be big mad. That's because their trickery did not work. But they cannot destiny swap unless you let them. You're the key to the whole thing. The key to the source of the gold dust. I say about Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Magic Railroad movie. You're the key to the source of the gold dust. What will you decide? Will you decide to stay in the illusions? Decide to stay under the spell? Decide to stay owned? Decide to stay puppeted by them pulling your strings? Decide to make the decisions that they want you to make by them manipulating the situation? What are you going to do? You going to keep that going? How's that going to work out for you? It's not working for you right now. And you're not happy about it. You're not happy. I don't see nothing on you that looks like it. I know what you look like when you're around the person that you're truly in love with. I know what you look like. And that don't look like that to me. Okay. You may have something else to say about that. So tell me yourself. I'd like to hear from you. I would. But again, peep the patterns, darling. And not just their patterns with you, but these are long-term, lifelong patterns these fake shapeshifters had with those that they've manipulated, those whose spots they try to blow up way before they even targeted you. And you could choose to be the victim of their victimization, or you could free yourself and leave them in the dust, right where they need to be. They'll find somebody else. And when they do, you better warn the other person. Do your due diligence and get yourself out, and then do your good deed and help the next person. Don't fall for it. They're toxic. They are not going to lead the people the way you need them to lead. Once you do that final thing that loops them in permanently. They're not. They already have shown that they're just manipulating the power, using it in a negative way against people, and even against you. That's why you're walking on eggshells around them. I don't care if they blow up, crazy mad, go off, throw things around the room. Who cares? Walk out. Leave that craziness in the dust. I can't imagine it's a life you want to live. I can't imagine it. It never gets better after you finally make it finalized. It only gets worse. I'm a living witness to that. It only gets worse. Do what I did. I had to say, Lord, this cannot be the God-ordained marriage you have for me. Oh my gosh. Please let me know in no uncertain terms if I need to stay or go. And that same day, that was in the morning, I laid on my face. That night, he showed me exactly what I need to know. That was not for me. I guess I did the choosing on that. I did the picking on that relationship. I didn't let God pick it for me. And he surely didn't at that time put it right in front of me to the way that I would understand it. So since he's done that for you, I don't know why you're doing anything else. It's very frustrating to see you doing that. Just flaunting that whole mess around. It's just a whole storyline of a mess. Just please don't do it to yourself. You're trying to take the asterisk off of your name and your legacy, not add more fuel to the fire. And that's what that is, fuel to the fire. You know, they might say, oh, she's just jealous, or she just, no. I am not the only one that thinks this. There's plenty of people that think it. I'm the only one to go and say it right to you. Okay? So Remember this. Remember this, okay? If you peep the patterns and get that aerial view, look at the whole thing, look at all the parts on the board, all the pieces on the board, right? Look at them all. Go way back to where it started. See what you knew to be true, and then what they said to be true, and see what you knew was to happen and what they said you should do to happen, and ask yourself and ask them, why did you say this when I really knew God said this? I told you God said this and you talked me out of it. Why? And then go back and look at the parts where the messages were intercepted, where the communication was blocked, where they said they would tell you something but they didn't, where they told me something you said but you did or didn't, or they were going to, or they, you approved this thing for me to do, yet then they never told me about it, where they joined up with this other party, your friend and that fake person joined together, right? And your friend somehow got hooked up with them through whatever method that she used to do it, to come against me and be yelling at me. I'm like, you don't yell at me. Like, hey, that's not a relationship you and I have. I don't know what that influence is that they got on you, but that ain't it. So that's how I know there's more to it than just me just talking. There's more to it than me just talking. Again, this has been going on for years. I sent you the note about, or the message about 3 years I've been offering you this streaming thing, but to no avail. Can't get past all the levels and layers of ownership and people who are owning you, controlling you. You think they're helping you in gatekeeping. No, they're gatekeeping and blocking in ways that are not helpful to your destiny. Only helpful to them. Only keeps them around by them blocking your destiny, because they know the jig is up once you do what you're really supposed to do. Because it's all going to be blown up. It's all going to be out in the open. And not only will you know what they've done, everybody's going to know what they've done. They'll be the ones that are embarrassed. I thought you were a man and a woman of God, they'll say to them. How could you do that to this man of God and his destiny? How could you do that to the destiny God gave him? How could you block that? And that's who you want in your leadership? I can't see it. I'm not sitting under it. And a lot of people are going to say the same thing. But, again, the choice is yours. You could get with this or you could get with that. And this is where it's at. Anita Baker said, no one in the world, her song. And you could say these lyrics to your person, or your person could say these lyrics to you. I look back on all those good times we once shared, and I must have been blind. Maybe you could say this. Just to think I'd find someone new, one who'd love me better than you. Well, it may come as a surprise. Loneliness has opened my eyes. You could say this to your person. I've tried every love I could find. Still, I can't get you out of my mind, because there's no one in the world to hold me. No one in the world's going to move me. No one in the world can love me like you do, baby. Every time I'm with someone, I'm loving you. Yes, I want to run. I want to run back to your arms again. Ain't no one in the world. No one in the world loves me like you do. Are you happy now with your life? Well, this is me. For me, I'm breaking inside. This might be you too. So self-assured that I could not see. This might be you. I had it all when you were with me, baby. No one in the world's going to hold me. No one in the world can move me. No one in the world can love me like you do, baby. That's probably you talking. Me too. Every time I'm with someone, loving you, and I want to run back to your arms again. Ain't no one in the world loves me like you do. And then it says, please take me back. Please take me back. Oh, baby, I can't go on. I'm not happy in my life without you. I'll do whatever. It's Anita Baker singing. It's me singing, but singing her. I'll do whatever it takes. Got to get you back with me again. Got to get you back here again. I realized, did you realize this? I need you here in my life. Do. She says, no one in the world. No one loves me like you do, baby. Every time you got the love that I need. Ain't nobody around here to love me. me and no one in the world, in this world, in this world. Oh, no one in the world. Anita Baker says, love me like you do. So you spend all that time running from the connection, looking for what you had right in front of you and every other person you connect with, only to find out there is no one else like. There is no one else like your person that God sent you. No one else. They might have one thing or another thing, but they don't have it all. There's only one. And you found out the hard way that ain't no one in the world can love you like they do. Okay? So hopefully loneliness has opened your eyes, because that's what looks like a lonely relationship to me. I don't know. That's just what I see. It don't look, I ain't see no smile. I ain't see no joy. I just seen talking the script that needs to be talked. Saying what sounds right to say. But there's no feeling. Well, I've been doing this long enough. Okay, well, we might as well do it. Yeah. Oh, we've been together this long. Well, might as well do that. Okay. And life is way too important to just toss it away like that. Oh my gosh. Not like you're 20 something and you don't know no better. You in your 50s and you know better. And you ain't got that many more years left to live. Prayerfully you do, but I'm just saying. We've already lived at least half of our lives, right? So it's like, why are you going to waste the second half of your life in a miserable eggshell walking existence? I don't want no omelets today. I don't want no eggshells. I don't want no flipping out on me. I don't want none of that. I don't want no fooling around with people. I don't want no tricking, no spell work to keep you spell work to make you stay. When you know you don't need to stay. Then you're wondering, why do I think I need to stay? Oh yeah, what am I waiting for is what I'm hearing. Yeah, spell work to make you stay. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to be doing. That's right. And then you think, why did I do that? And you're like, back under spell work again. Oh yeah, this is where I need to be. It's just trickery, man. It's just an illusion. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm praying for you. I need you to pray for me. And pray for the union. And ask God to just clear you. Clear. Let's be clear. Just be clear. I don't want you to do that to yourself. But if you decide to do that to yourself and stay where you are, then, God will find somebody to take your place over here. And someone else will get your destiny. It won't be yours anymore. But the destiny you'll have with where you are ain't going to be the same as what you would have had you done what he said in the first place. So again, it's your last chance really to get that thing figured out. But I believe in you. I know you can do it. It's going to take strength. It's going to take courage. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a lot of explaining to do, Lucy. But guess what? If you stay authentic, transparent, and say this is what it really always has been from the day one that I ran into that person, and I was scared of it at the time. I never felt this before, and I didn't know what to do with the feeling. So I took the easy route and kept with the other stuff that I was doing because it was just easier. I didn't have to change. I didn't have to level up. Even though that's not what I really wanted. I really wanted what I had in front of me. But it was uncomfortable. I never felt that real love feeling before. Never. In my whole grown life. You can say to yourself, it's true, right? And so that's okay. I understand that. Your person understands that. So it's like, I'm at the pivot point. You're going to pivot or you're going to stay on that path. Because the longer you stay on the path, the further away you get from your destiny. The paths start to diverge. And they never come together again. And that's going to be it. Now, I personally don't want that to be it. Okay? If you come show up and says, hey, guess what? I don't know, I was tripping, this and that. I didn't understand it. I didn't, whatever the explanation is, I'm rocking with it. But if you say nothing or you just continue down that path you're on, I can't help you. And I'll be disappointed. But I know God has another plan. If you don't do what he originally planned. I want the original plan. The perfect will, not the permissive will or the alternative plan. This is your mission should you choose to accept it, right? And if you choose not to accept it, then they'll find another person to carry out the mission, and that won't be you. And you will not get all of the divine protection, the joy, and the blessings that would come with it. So, you can make a decision with your mind or your heart or both, but it's your decision to make, not mine. My decision is made. I'm rocking with it, but you got to show up. I can't do it by myself. And so, you think you're waiting for me? I'm waiting for you. Don't wait for me. I've been waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to show up and say something. If that's what you want to do. If it's not what you want to do, I'm sorely disappointed. Because it was going to be so great. So amazing. So authentic. It's going to change the way people look at love, right? They're going to know that only God could do it. And if it could happen for you, and you could change like that, then anyone can, right? And there were so many lessons that were going to be learned from it. There's going to be so many people that are going to be blessed from it. There's going to be so much ministry that could come from it. So much. But if you stay on the path you're on, none of that's going to happen. And all the people that you were going to be able to bless, that God wanted you to bless with this story, with the testimony, with all of the things you did to transition into, transform yourself into your most amazing self, all that goes to waste. No one gets any blessing out of it. And as a true servant of the Lord, I don't think you want that. So if you trust God enough to say, all right, God, I'm going to leave everything behind and I'm going to go where you said to go. God honors that. He's going to honor that. And he won't disappoint you. But again, he gives us free will. If it's up to me, we rocking with it. If it's up to you, you got to decide. I don't know what you're thinking. But that's what I got for you today. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. That's all she wrote. I used to say back in the day, that's all she wrote. She didn't write no more. There's more, no more to it. No more to it. Quick tap on a resource that we talked about before, that I want to mention with you again. It's called Rewriting Your Story for the HowWeFlow.Today community. Rewriting your story, right? So I talked to you before, I think, in videos about take your power back. You got the power of the pen, like our mortgage lady who came to New Birth, right? Dr. Bryant. And she says she had the power of the pen to write whatever mortgage line she needs to write. And so you have the power of the pen to write whatever in your life you want to write. Take your power back. Take your pen back. And this resource is called Rewriting Your Story. And you'll learn the secrets here of blasting through the obstacles of limiting beliefs and live the life you want. It's nothing but a limiting belief system that keeps you stuck in that space that you're in, okay? Because you don't believe more is possible. And when we don't believe more is possible, we don't get more. And we don't even try to get more because we don't believe that there's more for us. But what did I say? I said to God, God, this can't be it. This cannot be the divine kingdom marriage that you have for me. This can't be it. This is not it. Show me in no uncertain terms today, please, as soon as you can, that this is not it. If you say this is it, okay, I'll stay. But this can't be it. And I did not have the limiting belief system. I'm like, this is miserable. Walking on eggshells all day. I don't know when they're going to go off. I don't know what's going to make them mad. You tap dancing around stuff. Can't bring up regular topics that need to be discussed because you don't know how they're going to respond. You don't know when they're going to go off. You don't know when they're going to start screaming and yelling and punching holes in the wall. You don't know when they're going to do whatever they do, right? And you can't live like that. You can exist, but you can't live. And you cannot level up. You can't. So we're going to learn the secrets of blasting through the obstacles of limiting beliefs to live the life you want. It's a roadmap here called Rewriting Your Story. It's going to help you paint the picture of your future and how to get there in a measured approach. So, said all I've said. I want you to do this exercise with me. Close your eyes for a moment, just for a moment, and imagine yourself in the future. Let's say you're at your next class reunion, right? You're meeting up with old friends and classmates, catching up with what's been going on since the last reunion. Sure, you'll still keep in touch with some of them. You still keep in touch with some of them by Facebook, Instagram, email, what have you. But when you get asked the question, what have you been doing lately? Oh, look, I see you're with somebody now. Oh, how nice. How's it going? How's that working for you? And the next thing that happens is silence. You feel a shiver down your spine. Not a single word comes out of your mouth because you hesitate to think about what you're going to say. You're embarrassed or even ashamed about the life you're living right now. Nothing going on except an old eggshell walk-in relationship, union, fake union. Nothing but some spell work over me. So you might make up a story, lie, embellish. Oh, it's so great. Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely what I always wanted. That gets kind of awkward though, don't you think? So let's rewind back to the beginning of the scenario. Again, we're still in this exercise. Catching up, talking, get asked the same question. Oh, I see you're together, got a new person. Yay. This time you imagine yourself in our future beaming with pride. You're still struggling to find the right words, but the only difference is you don't know where to begin. There's excitement going on in your life. Things seem much better now than they were then, but you come up with something on the fly and tell a story about it. And you tell how this whole thing happened. I didn't think it would happen because of so-and-so, but look at me now, right? If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. It's possible for everybody. And you're so excited about it. Or are you in the other response? Oh, yes, God said so-and-so, and it was this and that, and whatever that scripted response is, right? I'd rather have that excitement, like, oh my gosh, can you imagine? I am so excited about this, right? So here's the thing, I'm bringing it to you, rewriting your story, because there sometimes seems to be no positive direction in our lives. Sometimes you feel like you're going absolutely nowhere. You're stationary rather than in motion. You're just there, the same old rant, the same old eggshell walking, the same old, I don't know what they're going to do, what's going to make them blow their top today, what's going to make them talk nasty to me and mean, what's going to make them, be so lovely in public and despicable in private. I speak from experience. I think I'm saying stuff. I know what this is. So I can recognize it when I see it. There's seems to be no end in sight, not even a roadmap to get you out of the funk you're in. I know you want to get out of it, but even if you attempt something, you're worried about not being able to get out of that thing. Or you're worried that nothing's going to work when you try to get out. Those are examples of limiting beliefs, and those can be conquered easier than you actually think, especially with this resource. It's like and I've said this before, it's like you're being locked inside a prison where the gate is wide open. You can walk out of this at any time with no repercussions and consequences, no escape charges. You're not in a real prison. It's a mental prison. But you choose not to walk through that gate, an open opportunity to escape the prison that's built by your limiting beliefs and into your divine destiny. It's true, limiting beliefs are temporary things that you make them permanent by choice. Limiting beliefs are temporary things that you make permanent by choice. Say it again, Stephanie. Limiting beliefs are temporary things that you make permanent by choice. You're choosing to stay in that eggshell situation because you're limited in believing that you could have better. But God already gave you better, whether you think you deserve it or not. Who cares? God said, this is yours. So I'd be like, okay, you sure? Thank you, Lord. Boom, I'm in it. Because why would I just stay where I don't even want to be? I'll make do. Oh my gosh, make do. Sometimes you got to make do. You ain't got enough money. You got to make do. You don't want to make do. You got enough money for groceries, make do. You got a limiting belief system about what's possible for you. I'm just going to stay here in this terrible situation and make do. Let's not make do. What you need is a map to get you out of that fog of limiting beliefs that are created there. And this one's the one you can have your hands on right now. In fact, the Rewriting Your Story resource here on HowWeFlow.Today and HowWeFlow.Today-TV. Only, though, if you're willing to embark on the journey that lies ahead of you. Are you willing to do it? Or are you just willing to stay limited, stay on the ground, your foot in that kiddie pool, and they're pulling you back into the contaminated kiddie pool? This is a journey that starts where you are right now in life and ends in a place where you have improved in several areas. That's the other thing. You've been improving. You've been on this journey. You've been doing the doggone work. So why would you not be willing to take that last step and reap the rewards? Take off the limiting belief straitjacket that you're in, right? circus thing that you were in. Take that thing off. Yeah, go on circus. The 3-ring circus. Don't be the ringmaster of that. Take that limiting thing off and put on what you really like to wear. That ain't it. And then you're going to be proud of where you are going up that long road you've been on. And you look back and say, wow, I can't believe how far I've come. I know you're already saying that. You're responding to things differently. You're responding to people differently. But because you're giving so much grace and kindness to things, you are still keeping yourself stuck in that situation. Because, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to do. Did they care if they hurt your feelings? Did they care if they blocked your destiny? Did they care? No, and they're never going to. I don't care what they say to you. So sorry, I want to do it again. They do not care. They will do whatever they can to get whatever they want at any cost. They don't care about you. They care about what you can offer them, what they can get by being attached to you, what they can get by being in your proximity, what they can get by having access to you, and that's it. They don't care about you. They care about what you bring to the table. That's it. And the sooner you see that and face that, my mom said, look right at it, see it for what it is, the sooner you'll be free. You are in a cage with the door wide open. Right? You're locked inside of a prison with the gate wide open, which means you're really not locked in. You can walk out at any time. No consequences or repercussions. Just some old eggshells left in the background and nobody cares. Don't care. Don't even look back. You're free. I told you before. You're free. You just can't see it because you're under this illusion. The spell work. The puppetry, the manipulation, and the ownership. They know what makes you tick. They know you. And they study you. And they know how to get over on you. So please, we got a framework here that can help you design your life in accordance to your own goals and aspirations and what God said for you. The sooner you get into this, rewriting your story, the better. How to break free from limiting beliefs and live your best life ever. That's what we're all about here. Live your best life ever. It's your chance to take your old story and put it in the shredder. And it gives you a chance to write a new one, right? You're going to learn how limiting beliefs are less of that gigantic mountain that people perceive them to be. You're going to learn what you can do to eliminate those limiting beliefs starting today. It's an ongoing task, but they'll disappear quicker than you think. It starts with walking out of that prison with the gate wide open. Hello. Don't look back. You're going to learn how to identify your limiting beliefs, and you're challenging them head on. You're going to plan to write your new story, taking back the power of the pen, honey, and a visualization exercise in there is going to get you excited enough to take action, because sometimes we know what to do, but we just not excited enough to take action because we still are slightly limited in the belief system. You're going to get a strategy guide to create the right goals so you can improve each area of your life with ease. It's going to be easy. Easy button. Boop. Hit the easy button, right? You'll learn how to know that self-compassion can be your saving grace in your journey towards a better life. Have compassion for yourself. You got compassion for all these people, even the ones that are doing you wrong. Learn about self-compassion. You're important too. Your goals, desires, and dreams are important too. And if you don't have it for yourself, no one's going to have compassion for you. So have self-compassion. And even if no one has it for you, who cares? You have it for yourself. And whose life is it? It's your life. Who's in charge of it? You. Who has the power of the pen? You. Between you and God, He got it already set up for you. So in Rewriting Your Story resource here at HowWeFlow.Today-TV and HowWeFlow.Today community, you're going to also develop the mindset of someone who can get more out of their life without taking a monumental amount of effort. Wouldn't that be great? Right? Work smarter, not harder. You're going to learn to harness the power of taking action. I'm talking taking radical, intentional action. That's what I'm asking you to do. Take intentional, radical action so you can be able to achieve the goals you plan on conquering and then conquer them doggone things. In Rewriting Your Story, the resource here for you today, you'll also learn how to gain the new levels of confidence you never knew were possible, even though they are actually easy to attain. You'll also celebrate good times. Come on, celebrate the progress and keep the momentum going to where life gets better with every bit of improvement and so much more. All right, I got some special bonuses for those who take action quickly. Fast action bonus number 1 is a point-by-point checklist where you can view or print out a handy checklist so you can check off each point. It's like a summary of the entire guide of rewriting your story, but it's in actionable, bite-sized points so that you can successfully get through the course. The checklist is going to help you make sure your journey is a lot easier. Also, fast action bonus number 2, the resource cheat sheet, where you'll be able to deepen your knowledge and learn more with a handy resource cheat sheet. It's going to give you additional tools to enhance your experience in rewriting your story. And the third fast action bonus, number 3, the mind map. Sometimes we're a visual learner, so it's like a quick glance over the mind map and you'll get an instant refresher of all the major points and action steps from the main guide. Mind map will kind of provide you with tips on how to get the best out of your favorite tools here in rewriting your story. And does that sound good or what? Yes, it does, as the clock strikes. So we're going to get you the Rewriting Your Story Guide plus the 3 fast action bonuses available for you. So we could take back our power of our pen, take our power back, rewrite the story, write these people out of your life. I said this before. They never have to be seen in the movie of your life ever again. They're written out of the script. Whatever happened to so-and-so? Oh, yeah, they're written out. They've never been seen or heard from again. They're not in a leadership position anymore. They can't lead you out of a paper bag anyway, and people ain't sitting under that. You'll see. You keep them up there. They will embarrass you. No oil. No godly leadership. They got some worldly leadership, but they ain't no godly leadership. And people ain't trying to sit under that, especially the women. All right. So that's the resource for today, Rewriting Your Story. I digress. And we are moving on. Moving on. Then there is an upgrade too. Let me start with that resource. And if you're enjoying that, you may be interested in the Rewriting Your Story video upgrade. It's got 10 wonderful video titles that will also enhance your ability to learn to rewrite your story and also enhance some other things. I'll run down the video titles for you here. Video title number 1, 5 books you can read to make your growth mindset better. Video enhancement number 2, 5 examples of famous people and how they faced limiting beliefs. So we're not alone, right? Video title number 3 in the video upgrade for rewriting your story, 5 quotes that will help you challenge your limiting beliefs and why they're important. Video number 4, 5 reasons why self-compassion is something you should practice regularly. We talked about that, self-compassion. Have compassion for yourself. You got to do more of that, right? Video upgrade title number 5, 5 signs of a fixed mindset and what to do to fix that. How do you fix the fixed mindset, right? We don't want to be limited and fixed. We need to be open and ready to level up, right? Come on out of that kiddie pool, by golly. Video title number 6 in the video upgrade for rewriting your story. Building your support system. Who should be included? Oh, your circle is so important. Not the toxic people in your circle. Not the ones who look like lamb chop and so sweet, but yet they're so diabolical. You got to know who should be. You need to build a new support system, A, and then you need to know who should be included, okay? Video title number 7 in the video upgrade for rewriting your story. Can a growth mindset help you achieve your goals faster? So again, we talked about fixed mindset in video number 5, 5 signs of a fixed mindset and what to do to fix it. Video number 7 is can a growth mindset, we want the growth mindset, that help you achieve your goals faster. Video number 8 in the 10 video upgrade series. Video title number 8 in the upgrade for video for rewriting your story is growth mindset tactics you can adopt as soon as when? Bing, today. So we can get instant traction on this thing. I'm telling you. I don't know what you're waiting around for. Let's go. Video title number 9 in the video upgrade for rewriting your story. If you decide to upgrade, it's should you cut out negative people who fuel your limiting beliefs? What do you think? I'd like to see that video and share it with you and tell you what they say. But I think we know what they say. They say, should you cut out negative people who fuel your limiting beliefs? What would you say? True or false? Should or shouldn't? Yes, you should. And video title number 10 on the video upgrade for rewriting your story. Why do limiting beliefs exist? Why do they even exist? Tell me more about these limiting beliefs. Why do they exist? Like, why do these negative people exist and try to destroy your life? Why do they do that? Why, Ma? Why, Ma? Don't fill up on chips. Why, Ma? Why, Ma? If you fill up on chips, you won't eat your dinner. So read my lips. Don't fill up on chips. Don't fill up on chips. Don't fill up on limiting beliefs. Why do they even exist? We don't even need those things. But again, that's the video upgrade for rewriting your story. The video upgrade. And again, limiting beliefs are often created from your past experiences or the norms created by your culture or societal norms. Also in the influence of those around you the most. Oh, that's why your circle is so important. You're influenced by those around you the most. And if they are rotten, then guess what? The influence is rotten. And then your life turns out to be rotten and not to what it should be. You can identify them with thoughts like, I'm not good enough is a limiting belief. I can't change my future is a limiting belief. Or I don't deserve success is a limiting belief. Now, while they seem to be fleeting thoughts, they can be insidious. You might just think them and then forget about them. But thoughts like these creep into your decision-making processes and will impact your life without you even realizing it. Let's think back. When did we think or say those things? And how did it really impact my life? So you first have to identify and challenge your limiting beliefs. And this process is not really as simple as positive thinking. There's really more to it. It's about fundamentally altering the story. Oh, I say this all the time, don't I? How do you talk to yourself about yourself? It's about fundamentally altering the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of achieving. So thoughts become things, your words become things, and you become everything you think and say. That's why I say, how are you speaking to yourself about yourself? Oh, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did so-and-so. Oh, I never win. Oh, no. We got to cut that. Cut. But you got to really make that switch, right? We're talking about flipping the switch. So it's identifying and challenging your limiting beliefs. Fundamentally altering the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of achieving. All right, that's part of the video upgrade and what you'll learn there. Rewriting the story video upgrade offers also 20 practical tips to help you transform your mindset and overcome these self-limiting beliefs. You can learn how to recognize and challenge negative thoughts, how to seek mentorship, and create positive affirmations. You'll surround yourself with a supportive network and simplify your approach to personal development. Let's embrace the long-term journey of self-improvement and go ahead and choose your starting point wisely. Set smart goals and envision your ideal life. The life we don't need to take a vacation from. It's our best life ever. That's why we're here in this community. And I want you along for the journey. So take control of your story and rewrite it for success. Get Rewriting Your Story, the resource, and the Rewriting Your Story video upgrade now and start transforming your life today. And ain't no one in the world, Anita Baker says, no one in the world is going to love me like you do. Right? Every time you're with someone loving you and I want to run back to your arms again. Ain't no one in the world loves me like you do. Take me back. Oh, I can't go on. Not happy in my life without you. I'll do whatever it takes. Got to get you back with me again. I realize I need you here in my life. She says, no one in the world. No one loves me like you do. No one in the world, in this world. Oh, no one in the world. Anita Baker sings No One in the World with the lyric life. Living the lyrics. May come as a surprise. Loneliness has opened my eyes, she said. I've tried every love I could find. Still, I can't get you out of my mind because there's no one in the world. So, if that's happening with you, then you need to take another look at what you're doing here. I mean, you really just do. Always take another look before that big leap. Look before you leap. No walking on eggshells. That's a no-no for you. No tippy-toeing around the things you have to say just so they don't go off on you. They're going to be finding advice on what to do to handle their mess. They're going to be trying to contact your family and your friends and your circle. Oh, what should I do? Talk to them. None of that. Keep moving away from this individual. They'll be sweet talking to everybody. That pick-me energy is falling apart. dealing with your own friends, just a mess. Maybe even your family. God only knows. Only the good Lord knows. I'm telling you. So, you know, they find a lot of joy laughing at your divine counterpart and all that they're saying out here to communicate with you, since they blocked every method of communication. So things they project on your person are really deficiencies within themselves. None of it is true. Peep the patterns, not just their patterns with you, but their patterns with those they manipulated and blew up the spots on before they ever even targeted you. And it is public knowledge. You know that from January. And you'll see clearly that, you know, their MO is out there. Recognize they don't care who they victimize to get what they want. They do not care what innocent parties are collateral damage as long as they get what they want. And they said they don't want to have to borrow eggs or sugar ever again. They're going to do whatever it takes. And trust me, that's what they're doing, whatever it takes. They rather manipulate and use others to find financial gain than to do that hard work themselves. They rather use their feminine wiles or male wiles or their bodies to climb up into position and up that career ladder. They'll do whatever it takes. They don't care. And once in the positions, and we're seeing it already, they're going to abuse their power and cause problems for others, which they're doing and they've been doing. Not only for your person, but for other people too. In your place of business. And yes, I do know this. Always acting like they're sweet and so cute and perfect, never admitting that they're on a path to fake greatness. Acting so sweet and innocent. Wow, like that. I'm not capable of such dastardly deeds. Or that cartoon Dick Dastardly. And that little girl, the I forget what the little blonde bombshell girl was. Very crafty, very cunning, very dark, very dark. Always trouble. They're always trouble. Backstabbing and clinging on to you like a leech to suck you dry, literally or figuratively. Really just, you know, true Lucy style, up to the Charlie Brown. Keep pulling the football. Oh, I'll hold it for you, Charlie Brown. And then they pull it. No explanation. And Charlie keeps going back for it again and again. They just simply can't be trusted. Shapeshifters, shifting into a bad copy of your divine counterpart, but becoming quickly bored of playing that role, as it is not their true nature. Goodness is not their true nature. And that's why their mask keeps slipping off. That's why their mask keeps slipping off. I know they show you that ugly side at home, but no one sees it in public. Usually. Not public. Maybe in work public, but not outside public. Plus, they're hot and cold. You don't know what you're going to get. Walking on that doggone eggshells. I live that way. I know what it is. I recognize it anywhere. Right? Remember the power and control wheel. Go ahead and look that up. Power and control wheel. Google that. I shared that with you in an earlier video with the different forms of domestic abuse. It's more than just hitting or punching. It's a lot more than that. And you need to know what those things are so you can ask yourself, am I experiencing this? Am I doing this? And you could, nip some stuff in the bud and realize, yeah, I got to get out of here. It's toxic. Abusing their power. They blocked appointments at your place of business for your person. Right? It was a full green light, then a full block once they found out. What? Wait, what? Nah, they can't do it. Don't get them up here anymore. Anyway, but like I said, I'm not going to sit under it. A lot of people, others are not interested in sitting under that. And, I really hope you flip that switch before it's too late. I pray that you're going to stop fooling yourself and snap up out of it and realize it's been an elaborate system, an elaborate years-long system. How long I know you? 5 years? Over 5? Almost 6 years? Years-long system. Not just that one individual, but one of your good friends. I don't know if they're still your good friend or not because I don't see them around there anymore, but one of your good friends, the one I met when, not long after I met you, you had them up to my place of business, and that's where I met them. And yep, I was rocking with them for a while till they started tripping, being sneaky, say they was going to do stuff, say stuff, and they never did. Never told you. Never. I dozens of messages. Tons of messages on my phone. I will show you all the ones I sent, and you'll be like, no, I never got that. No, I never got that. Nope, they ain't tell me that. Nope, they ain't tell me that. And they ain't tell you nothing. because they didn't want your connection to go through. They wanted to block it because they wanted to talk to your person. Why won't you talk to me? Because you already talked to my friend. Why would I talk to you? Not interested in them like that. Your friend like that. So, they say it's a lie, ain't no lie. I got all of it lined up. It's all lined up, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is you have to decide for yourself what you're going to do. What are you going to say about yourself to yourself? And like my dad even says, are you really who you say you are? And Flip it really he said about himself, am I really who I say I am? Are you really who you say you are? Ask yourself, am I really who I say I am? When it's just me, myself, and I, and the Lord? I might say, oh yeah, I'm going to handle that, or I do this, or I do that. Yeah, I'll never do this or that or whatever. But are you really that? Ask yourself, am I really who I say I am? And then think about it. And then become who you really say you are. Or don't say you're that and say who you really are in your leveled up self, in your non-limiting beliefs, right? In your new mindset that we're switching to, right? Your growth mindset. So switch to your growth mindset and say who you are in your growth mindset and then be that. Okay? So we're getting better here each and every day. It's Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady on HowWeFlow.Today-TV, the HowWeFlow.Today community. You can join us on Instagram at HowWeFlow.Today. Website will be back up soon. I wish someone would come be my assistant. Can help me with these administrative tasks, etc. And get things up and running for me. Because I'm just running. Got so much to do. Trying to keep things happening over here in my household. Keep my household running while all these opportunities are taken away from me, right? Trying to be blocked. But they cannot be blocked forever. Trust and believe the time is coming. And all will be well and aligned the way God intended so. Why is that you say, Stephanie? Why do you say? Why are you so sure about that? Because God will not be blocked. His will cannot be stopped. I don't care what you do. Don't care what anyone does. They can't stop it. God set it in motion. They can't stop it. The only one who can stop it is you, this individual I'm talking to on here, and you deciding not to do what God said. That's the only thing that stops it. I'm not stopping it. I'm ready for it. You're stopping it by not doing anything. So make your decision, walk away, run away, take radical action, ask God for divine covering, because that's what you'll get when you get into the union, and that's it. Don't unions really protect people? Don't unions protect the workers? That's just a regular union. This is a divine union from God. You're going to be extra heavily protected, physically, spiritually, mentally, in all ways, honey. So it's going to be ready to go. When I say the Incredible Girls shield, force field shield, you're protected. It's clear. You can see everything going on around you, but none of that stuff can get inside. Seal the deal. Seal the deal. Cut ties with that other mess that you got, that coordinated, coerced, scripted, made for showtime mess, and come to the real thing. You gotta go to the real thing, or you're just gonna regret it the rest of your life. You're like, dang, why I ever do that? Then when God assigns your person to somebody new, then you're gonna be salty. Like, dang, how did I mess that up? Right? And I don't want that to happen. Not for you or for me. You know what I mean? I don't want it to happen at all. And again, as I wrap this up, I'll say, I know what you look like when you're gazing into the eyes of the one you are truly in love with. I know what you look like when you are gazing into the eyes of the one you are truly in love with. I know what you look like when you do that. And I don't see that where you are now. Again, it seems like a curated set of lines, a fabricated reality that, oh, well, we've been doing it this long. Let's just go ahead and do this. And when you wake up and the spell work wears off again, you're going to be horrified at the choice that you made. So please, free yourself. And let's go to our growth mindset, not those limiting mindset beliefs, and that fixed mindset. We're coming up out of that. It's how we float out today. We flipped the switch. Coming up on a year of this, actually. So I think we started like late July, really kind of August with these videos for How We Float Out Today community. And then in September of last year, we flipped the switch, September 1st. And then we kept leveling up to the end of the year. 100% into what God said for us to do. Then 1,000, a thou wow. Remember we talked about the thou wow into October and November, doing 1,000%, then 10,000%. And then we hit the new year and we were running, right? Now, some of us didn't run all the way. We started and stopped, but that's okay. Just start right where you are. You're not behind. Start right where you are right now. And then you're going to move forward into your divine destiny. It's already written. It's already done. God's will cannot be stopped unless you just don't do what he says. If it's his will for you. Only we can stop his will by us not doing what he said. But he's still going to be trying to make it happen. But if you keep blocking it, eventually he's going to be like, all right, technical foul. We're done. What do you call it? A flag on the play. We're going to put in a substitute. Substitute. Take that one out. Take that quarterback out. We done. We're going to get it. We're going to get a replacement quarterback. Here's the backup. You don't want that to happen to you. So come on now. Get yourself together there. Ain't no rejection in the Lord. Okay. So there's nothing to worry about. What if nothing? No what ifs. It's just when. When I do so and so, I'll be eternally happy. That's it. That's all. When I make the choice for myself, not for what others people have to say. Because again, and the last thing I'm going to say, again, you're the only one who has to live out the decisions that you make. So if you make the decision that other people want you to make for your life, they don't have to live out that decision every day. You do. They'll be like, yeah, we told him to do so and so, and he did it. But they ain't living that life. You are living a miserable life, walking on eggshells all every day in your house. Nobody trying to do that. Nobody got time for that. And you don't either. So, love you so much. God bless you. So excited about your future that God has for you. It's your best life ever. The life you don't have to take a vacation from. It's your dream life. And your dream life is your life in full destiny with what God has for you. Okay? Let's run towards that. Let's run to that. Let's run to that. Let's run to that. Let's run away from everything else that is not that. Okay? Flip the switch. Say, I'm going exactly for what God said. I'll trust him blindly because I trust him. I believe God. That's why I'm still sitting here. I don't believe what I see. I believe God. So what do you believe? Do you believe what you see or do you believe what God said? And that's the question you need to answer today. The video is called No One in the World with Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady on HowWeFlow.Today-TV. Our resource is also available for you, and it was called Rewriting Your Story. Rewriting Your Story and the Rewriting Your Story video upgrade. Talking about limiting beliefs and growth mindset and how to get yourself out of the open prison cage that you're in. It's open. You just have to walk out. Ain't nobody holding you in there. The spell work wears off. And once you see it for what it is, you know that's not what you want. There's too much goodness ahead of you. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. I got some other stuff to do, and I got to teach a class tonight. So love you so much. God bless you. Mwah. See you soon. Love, hug, pats, all of that. Heart eyes, all those great things. And stay safe, stay connected. And thanks for joining me on HowWeFlow.Today-TV. Also, Dr. Brian, I need you to hit me up about the streaming service. You know, I sent you a video about that. Or anyone who's watching this can tell Dr. Brian that. Okie doke. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. God bless you. Pray for me, please. I need some prayers and some encouragement. I'm up here with my family this week. I'm out of town. It was my mom's birthday on Sunday. Then, of course, it's Father's Day coming up this Sunday. Then we have another thing coming up another Sunday with a scholarship that we have in Mom's memory at her church. She was head of the scholarship committee for so many years, and we've got a scholarship, annual scholarship, $2,500 scholarship in her name every year. So that's coming up on another Sunday this month. So I'll be in and out of town. So New Birth, I'll be watching you guys virtually for a while longer. Plus, I won't be sitting up underneath that other thing anyway. I want to be looking at that. All right. Dr. Bryant, love you so much. Everybody, New Birth, love you so much. God bless y'all. All my How We Flow Today folks. We'll see you on the next video. Stay safe, stay connected, and let's flow.